can I just try to do it without, and then I'll sprinkle in the accent.
Build,
So okay,
build to it.
I'll build it a
Yeah,
bit,
build it,
build it.
build it. Yeah.
Can I be a bartender? Okay, I'm gonna be a bar. I'll
Please,
bartend.
and we'll engage with you to keep the flow going. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, sweeties, what can I get you guys?
You know,
I can
wow.
tell. I can tell.
Drink?
I can tell. I can tell. I'll get you a Cosmo, and
Oh,
you, sir, you.
Sex on the
bring him.
beach.
Long Island iced tea. Come on.
I'll get you a couple of two extra slippery nipples on the side on the house. Do you know what I mean? Okay, and then okay, okay, and then sprinkle a little bit.
Oh, I can't
Here's
wait
the
for
tough,
this.
tough direction. This is going to make
tough.
it its way into a film.
This is tough.
Here, here, here your drinks. Here your drink. And as promised, slippery nipple for you too. Okay, big boy. Okay, you enjoy your drink on me. Okay, okay.
Wow.
You know what I mean? That's like a little bit.
I have a question for you guys. Okay. How many, I want you people listening to think about this too. How many hours would you say you need of sleep a night?
Do you want to know how
Like to
many
function, you're going to work the next day. Like what do you're like, okay, I need to wake up and be good. I need this many hours.
Okay, if I can pick, if I can do it, I would prefer 8, but I can go with 6, like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
I'll still
like-
be okay.
Yeah, so it's like,
6,
yeah,
I'll
like
say
say
6.
you're
I'll say 6.
okay. So say 6. Hayden.
What is optimal for me would be, I know that I work best at 6.5, 7.
Yeah.
What I get is 3.5 on average.
3.5.
And I'm good as long as I don't stop. If I stop, then I'm like, so I just have to keep.
3.5 is like a nap.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like,
My total week is like 2 nights of sleep, 2 full nights of sleep.
God.
And I wonder why
So-
I'm putting on weight.
yeah, you gotta get some sleep, boy. This is why I asked this question, because I used to when I was paying it, like going to bed, I used to pay attention to what time it was. Oh, it's 11:30 now. Okay, I like, and oh, it's 12. It's okay. It's 12:30. Like, it's start thinking, and it was more about like what time it was. But now I don't pay attention to what time it is. Like once 8, 9 o'clock, maybe even 10 rolls around, I'll have my phone and it'll just be like when you open it, it's just on the alarm page, like where you set your alarms, and at the top it always says how many hours until your alarm goes off. So I don't even go by time anymore. And I've been doing this for probably about like 2 or 3 months, maybe a bit longer. And so I just go by like how many hours till my alarm goes off. Because to me, what's important is like, oh, I want to try and at least get this many hours of sleep because I know that I'll be functioning.
Right.
So I wanted to challenge you guys for a week until we record next to try and approach it that way. And I'm interested to see what you guys think, and you listening as well, because it's just like, yeah, instead of paying attention to what time it is, pay attention to how many hours you're going to get. See if it does anything for you.
I've seen that sort of thing before. It's like, instead of, thinking if I go to bed now, I'll get this many hours sleep, you do it in like the reverse. If I want this many hours, so you just stop paying attention to what time of night it is.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to the time of night. I pay attention. I'll be like, if I'm lying in bed watching something with Kate, I'll like roll over and, unlock my phone biometrics, so I don't even have to see the time, and it just opens right to that page, and it's like, oh, 7.5 hours till your alarm. I'm like, oh, sweet. Like I have time for another episode or two for sure, like, and I track it that way as opposed to like, okay, it's 11 o'clock. So if anyways, I really enjoy it. So I'm just interested because I don't really know anybody else. I've talked to some other people about it and nobody else does it that way. So who knows, Hayden, you might end up getting more hours of sleep because you might just be looking at that and being like, holy fuck, my alarm's going to go off in 5 hours. I need to go to bed.
Well, I wonder if
Instead of,
Apple has a
only
setting
midnight.
like that, if it like takes the time away. Because Apple likes to put the freaking time front and center all the time. You're like, ugh, I don't want to. Because I try to not look at the alarm clock all the time late at night.
Yeah, like my time will come up if I.
Oh my
do
God! Why is your background? Oh my God!
What's your background, Justin? What's your background?
Well, okay, so if I just unlock my screen, oh, you can see my ring light. That's my background.
For those of
No
you who can't
time.
see, he's a giant.
No, it's got the
6
time up there. You probably can't see it because of the.
No, it's you can't see
Oh,
it,
yeah.
but just
Just for the
taking
light.
up taking up over half his screen is a giant 6'7".
But if I just do my biometrics, it just unlocks and then it tells me like, okay, that's
Ah.
how many hours until it goes off. So that's what I pay attention to.
See, when I
Anyways.
do that for naps, okay, because I'm a napper, but usually my naps can run a little long. So if I do put a timer, let's say it's 3 o'clock and I
Yeah.
want an afternoon nap, and I have an hour to nap, and I tell my phone to wake me up in an hour, then it'll
Yeah.
start counting down, right? It'll go 59 minutes, and
Yeah.
then when I see that, it gets in my head that every moment I'm losing a little bit more sleep, and
Yeah.
then for some reason, when that's in my head, I can't sleep anymore. It's sort of like, the more I think about it, the less I get to sleep. So, but then because it's a nap, it might be different. You know what I mean? Because a nap,
Yeah.
you only have like an hour or two or whatever it is, right? So you just keep losing a chunk of that. But if it's a full night's rest, full night's sleep, it could, I'd be willing to try that.
Just a little science experiment.
Yeah, of course.
want you
Like I
guys to
love
try, yeah.
I love experiments. Be willing to test it out.
Nice. I also want to make a point, Justin. You're growing a nice duster there for
Oh,
November.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is Xiao, and
I've been growing mine since November 2013,
nice.
Yeah.
and nothing's
true.
really coming
It's
out.
true.
Yeah.
It's good. So you got the drill sergeant look going on.
Yeah, it's kind of fitting. Everybody always asks like, "Oh, like November, you shaved a mustache. Like, are you doing anything?" I'd like raise, because people do it to raise money. But I don't do it to raise money. I do, however, offer free prostate exams to anybody who's
Hands-free?
wants one. So that's my way. I've not been taken up on my offer yet. I've tried. I've really
He's really pushy. He's
Really
really pushy. Yeah.
tried, but yeah. But so I do offer something. Like I'm
Yeah.
not just. It's also just like I love that they did it. Like it's obviously for a great cause, but also like it just gives every man out there an excuse to grow a dirty duster for a month, and just
Right.
not have to feel like, oh, mustaches are weird. It's like, no, fuck yeah, man, I got a mustache. What's up?
I was in the hardware store the other day, and this dude was having a conversation in front of me with the hardware guy. And he's like, "Didn't you just have a mustache?" And he's like, "Yeah, but I shaved it. I'm going to Thailand next week, and I didn't want to look like a pedophile when I went there." And I was just like, "Oh, dear."
Was he white?
He was a white man
Yeah. Well, if you're a white man in Thailand by yourself, you look like a pedophile.
with a mustache.
Or without a mustache.
Oh, that was
You
what are you doing there?
just-
Looking for
you know,
the
it's-
lady
there's one of those things.
boys,
It's like, what are
ladies?
you going to Thailand by yourself for?
For the ladies. Ping
For the
pong
ladies.
shows,
I
eh?
remember
Ping
a
pong
while
shows.
back when we were in film school. It was when Justin, when you and I were in the same class. I think that was it last term or first term? I can't remember what it was. But then there's something that we had to do with the green screen. I don't know if you remember this.
Yes. I do.
However, there's Justin, came. We all had to dress up as something, and Justin came with like a fake mustache,
Yeah.
but it looks kind of like it's pretty
Yeah.
thick.
The big bushy black one.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But he also had these Jeffrey Dahmer glasses on,
Yep.
and he looked like the biggest creep. And for
think
some
I had a
reason, he
little-
was like sort of like in character.
Yeah.
He didn't really talk to any people. Like he was just like
Creeping in the back.
in between takes. We were just kind of like goofing around, but he was. I have a
of
photo
that, actually.
somewhere.
Yeah,
He was just
yeah.
in the corner. He was just like typing on the computer, like
Yes,
like,
I have the same photo. Yeah, yeah, I know exactly the photo you're talking about. You know what's funny is
so
those
fucking funny.
those glasses. I wore those exact glasses when I went and tried doing like stand up for the
Stand-up?
first time. Yeah, I wore those, and I went as a character Eduardo. I don't remember if you were there or not.
I wasn't there for the stand-up thing, but
Yeah.
Eduardo sounds familiar though.
Yeah, I built
But,
this character called Eduardo. It's
Yeah,
much
but I
easier
just-
for me to play somebody on stage in front of people instead of just being myself.
I can't remember who I was talking to, but it might have been Lou because he was in our class as well. We were just across the room and we see Justin on a laptop or a computer, just like looking at it, and it just straight up. He wasn't talking to anyone. There's no one around him, but it just looked like he was just looking up porn in class. Just like he was just like,
I could have been. There's
yeah.
Glasses come down a little bit, pushes them up.
Oh, I need to find that photo. I think it's on Facebook or something.
I was gonna say it's definitely on Facebook, but my Facebook account's got shut down, so I don't have access to any of those
Oh,
old photos.
It's like, what were you
was
actually
good.
looking up to get it shut down?
No, you know what? So I got rid of Facebook, like I closed it myself, and then the kids like they got a lot of their friends like around James's age a couple years ago were starting to get messenger friends, and it's like a way for them to be able to talk without having a phone plan. Like they could use their tablets or like a phone without a plan and just on Wi-Fi, and they could talk to each other, video call each other, and they would game together and chat that way or message. But messenger kids, you had to have, there's like double layers of security. So for example, every kid gets four letter words, so or 4 words. So say it's like house, light, cup, fridge, whatever they are, they're random. So then if you give that to your friend enters those 4 words in, and then their parent would get an alert saying, hey, your friend is requesting to speak to this person, do you accept? And then if they approve it, then it would come to the other kid, so like me, and it would say, hey, this kid is looking to speak with your child. It's been approved by their parent, who is so and so. Do you approve it? So both parents. So it required you to have Facebook. So I was like, fuck. So I like reopened it, and then had it just for only that reason. Like I was still in some messenger groups, but like I kind of had started been shifting everything to WhatsApp. I liked WhatsApp better than Facebook Messenger. And anyways, and then one day I got like a message from Visa. They texted me and said, hey, is this you making this purchase? I immediately, they said, respond yes or no if it is. And I knew it was them because I had my text history with them. So I said no, and they said, if not no, this is probably fraudulent. Give us a call. So I did know. I called them. Somebody had used $500 on my Visa for something Meta, and at the time, like it was fairly recent after Meta owns Facebook. Like it's like the overall the parent company's Meta. Anyway, so I was talking to Visa, and I was like, I guess they had made a charge, and then they tried to do another one, and then that's when it flagged Visa, and they're like, hey, wait a minute. Anyway, so I was like, what's Meta anyways? Like, what, like, are you guys able to figure out what this is? And he's like, Meta, well, like Facebook. I said, oh. I was like, are you able to see? Like, they're like, no, like stuff like this is hard to track. And I was like, okay. And I was like, that's weird. Like, I guess somebody got my Visa number or hacked my card or whatever and tried to purchase something through Meta. Well, then it was like that day or next day or 2 days later, I went to check something on Messenger, like I think a date, like something had been planned, and I went to the group to check it, and it said I wasn't connected, like, or I didn't exist. So I was like, oh, that's weird. Maybe I got logged out. So I went to Facebook to see, and they're like, no, like my account, they just shut it down. So I don't know if somebody actually hacked my Facebook account, and then Visa like contacted them, and then they like I don't know, like I didn't get a single alert or notification from it. So it just like if you try and find me on Facebook, it's not non-existent.
Do you
So
want to
that's my
get it back?
No, I was like, this is great, perfect. Because I like the only reason I got it was for Kids Messenger, and then but now we just transferred it. So Kate's the one that does all the approving and stuff. The only thing, like I never really used Facebook for years and years and years towards the end, but I would use Messenger.
Yeah.
Some people wouldn't be on WhatsApp or didn't want WhatsApp. They like Messenger, and I'm like, I don't know, like at least with WhatsApp, it's all encrypted and you own it. Like Facebook Messenger, whatever you put on there, it's not yours anymore.
Right. Yeah, I don't really use Messenger either, but
No, I like WhatsApp, which I know is also owned by fucking Meta.
yeah.
But it's like it's a different software, right? It's like a different app.
Yeah. Well, there's no say into
I tried to with the mustache.
Oh,
that
that
was-
was the drill sergeant thing. Yeah, that's too early. We weren't done chatting yet.
Yeah.
What's your rush, dude? What's your
My
rush?
rush. We're 20
He's got
minutes
something
in.
to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. How far in are we?
16 for me, but 20,
16?
16, 20.
Okay, well, this is a good time. Let's not wait till the end to give the code word this time, because I already thought of the perfect word. So shall you remind everybody what they're giving us the code word for, and then I'll give the code word.
So we are doing a giveaway for spatial audio earphones, and we have 3 to give away, and these are awesome products. So every episode we will be giving out code words for you to email us, and every email would be, did we decide is a 3? Are we doing a 3 entry?
5 entry for
5
the
entries.
emailing the yeah.
Yes. So email us at chummythumbs at gmail.com with the code word
Duster,
and you will
dirty
be
duster,
and you will be automatically entered for a chance to win these Sonware earphones.
And
Wireless
as
earphones.
always, spelling is optional.
yeah.
Yeah, phonetically as long as
You know
Correct
what?
spelling, correct spelling.
If you spell duster wrong, just go home. Yeah, no, you're eliminated for any future No, I'm kidding.
Like Duster Rhymes.
Duster rhyme. Yeah.
Like that one, Shao.
Email Duster.
Duster.
Hayden, since you were so eager to get to it, why don't you kick us off with what we're talking about today?
All right. And also, because it was the show that I picked, I was like,
Or not.
wait.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, Shao, you're up. You haven't led one yet, so here you go.
I led. I led.
I'll continue on anyway. Boots. Boots. These boots
what
are
we're
made for
watching?
walking.
It's been so long. Yeah, I know we skipped last week's episode. People, is scheduling was a miss, so it's probably been a couple weeks.
It
since
happens.
watched it.
happens.
We probably watched 10 other things since then.
Yeah, I think we have. We've all kind of moved on to other things. But Boots, episodes 5, 6, 7, 8 for Shao and I. 5, 6, 7, 8 for Justin.
It's a bit slow, guys.
He got a bit
usually a bit
more of a
behind.
groove into it. The final part of this, I'm hoping there's a season 2, but the final part of this season 1 of Boots, the story of, let's see if I can remember this. Closeted gay teenager, Cope, enlists in the Marine Corps with his best buddy. And it is, the trials and tribulations and the self-discovery of his time during that. So we get to see the culmination of his training and a bunch of threads that were woven at the start come to a head at the end, and we see all kinds of stuff. So just to give a very brief feeling of how I felt at the end of it, I kind of wish that there was more from the Crucible stuff, but I understand why it was as short as it was, because I only have 8 episodes. But overall, before we dissect it, I was pleasantly happy with how it ended. There were a few things that I was like, oh, really? They've got to do a second part now. I like this character. I want to know what happens.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll hand it back to you guys to give your thoughts, and we'll extrapolate from there.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job overall. The whole series. I was worried at moments, especially when the other gay guy showed up. I was like, is this going to turn into like a love thing or a relationship thing? And I mean, it was a relationship thing, but not in that sort of way, like more of a brotherhood way and a supportive, and I understand what you're going through and that. So I like that they didn't, I don't know, I just felt like that would have ruined it for me. I said it right from the beginning, like after the first time we recorded, I was like, I don't want this turned into like a high school fucking teen cliquey drama. And I thought they did a really good job of not doing that. I thought everybody, like all the main characters had good arcs. And I think there's potential for a season 2 with the way they ended it. I mean, imagine that situation, hey? Like, you finally get out of boot camp, you're celebrating, you've made it to the Marines, you're finally a Marine, you're a part of that brotherhood. Nobody can take that away from you. All those good feelings, all those good vibes, and while you're there celebrating, you look up on the TV and you see that the U.S. has just started sending troops to Kuwait to fight in the first Desert Storm. Like, hey, guess what? Like, you're up,
Don't even get to ease into it.
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of talking to Kate about immediately after. I was like, fuck, like, I don't think when I mean, there's some people that obviously join and they're like, I want combat. Like, they want it. And they want it right away. I don't know if that's the majority of people. I mean, I think majority of people would expect that, hey, I am going to go to combat. There is a potential for me to go to combat one day. If I get the call, I'll go. But really, I'm joining the military because I want to get an education or because I want this or that. And, also I want to defend and fight for my country and fight for freedom and all that. But also, it's not only that. It's not like there's those people, like if you watch the Marines documentary, hey, like I joined the Marines because I want to go fucking shoot some people, But I don't think that's for most people. So to have that, like, okay, I'm done. Like, all right, like kind of like maybe not knowing what's next or where am I going to be stationed or, okay, now I can figure out what my path in the Marines is going to be, only to realize like, oh shit, like, no, I'm going to go to war. So I really liked that ending. I liked that it was, because it kind of had, I don't know, it like sort of provided this unique moment, because they have like everything you talked about, going through all that shit and then completing it, and that, you know, that reward and satisfaction of completing something, only to have like this sort of big surprise dumped on you right at the end of it.
Bittersweet.
Yeah, I was the same with you, Justin, when I really don't remember the character's name, but the new recruit that came in to replace Ochoa, was it?
Yeah.
Right when there was hints of him, you know, giving glances and kind of looks at Cope, hinting that he was gay, I immediately was like, yeah, had the same thought as Justin, and I thought there's only, I think at that point maybe 3 episodes left or something like that, and I was thinking, oh no, how are they gonna incorporate this sort of thing, like a relationship, romance, or whatever it is, in those couple episodes? But yeah, I liked how it turned out. They wrapped up everything quite. It didn't really feel rushed. I was hoping, I had thoughts of, oh, maybe, I don't know, I thought there could be some sort of trickery going on, like maybe he was just pretending and then he wanted to, I don't know, sabotage someone or something, and get Cope kicked out or something. So it didn't make sense. There was no reason behind that, but I thought if they were going that route, okay, maybe, but I just thought it was too convenient that guy coming in was a gay guy that could interfere with Cope's progress and journey throughout boot camp. I did actually really like the end when the mom came back, and there was a little bit of like a surprise thing there, and I just thought, man, if that happened to me, I don't even know what I would. For those of you who you know don't know what I'm talking about, the Cope's mom comes back as one of the final scenes, kind of just saying that, was it her that filled out his birth certificate wrong or something like that, because he was going to school.
His birth certificate was right, but she filled out the application for school by fudging his birthday, so he would bump it up older.
Right? So technically, so she made his application his age older, which means he technically legally wasn't allowed to join the army. That was pretty much it. And so it was kind of like she was like, surprise, you don't have to be here anymore. Kind of making a decision for him, and kind of assuming the whole time that that's not what he wanted, and that you don't have to do this anymore. But then there was like I think that was a pretty powerful, pretty good scene towards the end that kind of wrapped up his arc and his sort of mindset throughout his whole journey. So I like that part a lot, actually.
What I really liked about that scene was it was a really good twist at the end of a series that I did not see coming. Like, there's all these things that you try and think of, like, oh, they're gonna try and go this way, they're gonna try and go that way. Like, I didn't see that one coming. That came out of left field. And then I believe, like, she was doing it to protect him, because, like you say, she felt like he almost did it in spite of her, to, you know, like, as an act of rebellion, more as an act of, hey, this is what I want to do. And what I really liked about it was, cause I'm like halfway through that scene to like 3/4 of the way through that scene, I was actually getting a little bit pissed off, because of what she was doing, and almost not listening to him and hearing him. But then when he finally said, like, I thought it was going to end, and then, like, I didn't know where they were going to go with it, if him getting kicked out, if, like, somebody they were just going to allow. Like, I honestly didn't know, but I was just getting so mad, because I was sitting there being like, man, just like, they clearly said, like, near the beginning of this conversation, that he doesn't qualify without, like, a guardian's consent. Motherfucker, just ask your mom to sign the goddamn paper. Like, ask her to sign the paper, you know? And then, like, that wasn't happening, and I was like, oh my God, like, dude. And then he literally took the words out of my head. Like, you want to show me that you're sorry, then sign the paper. And then when he said that, and there's like that moment, and you're just like, is she gonna sign it? And then she did, and I was like, okay, that's beautiful. Like I love.
Yeah.
And then her little comment to him, like, what did she say? Like, she said something, and then it was like, but you'll always be my son. And I was like,
Right.
yes, okay. Like it just kind of wrapped it up nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy you brought that up because I kind of forgot about that moment. It was a really, really good moment in the series.
I think I connected with that a lot. I'm sure that most, if not all listeners and you guys, there have probably been instances where your parents, I connected to it because my mom has done things kind of without discussing with me, thinking that it's in my best interest and what I want, and just went ahead and did it anyways, and then told me, "Oh, I did this for you." I'm like, "That what? That's not at all what I want, and I've been working towards this thing, and now you're kind of the whole thing kind of blew up in my face." And so I connected with that quite personally, and I'm glad it, yeah, like you said, that scene ended in a very nice and touching way. Yeah.
It was one of the few moments, actually probably a lot of them, where I literally was like yelling at the TV.
Yeah.
Because I thought the whole time I was like, he managed to get his way all the way through this, and then she's just gonna come there and she's gonna drop the bomb because that he was gay and get him kicked out that way. I thought she was gonna do the ultimate manipulation of I'm the one in control. But she went on the other foot and went, "You're underage." So she actually respected his wishes because at the very start, I believe that when he was talking with his buddy, that they were the only two that knew he was gay. Parents didn't know, no one else knew. And then there was the scene where the two mums are like, he's gay, and she's like, I kind of figured that he was.
Yeah.
So we find out that the parents know, and then she showed up at the end, and I was like, no, he's gone all this way, and I'm like yelling at the TV going, do not, like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And then she goes, actually you're only 17. And I was like, oh, what? Which, again,
it's a great curveball.
Yeah. So it was,
everybody probably thought that was going to be what she said because they kind of set it up too with the, oh, your mom has brought some information to me that you lied on your application. Yeah.
And they'd been doing that whole thing with the sergeant that he was took him as a mentor, and he ended up going AWOL, which is one of the things that I was like, whoa, hang on. I want to know what happens with that character now. Like, will he return? Is he based on a real person? Can I look this up? Like, but so yeah, ultimately I was like, okay, this has gone the best way. And then what I had to laugh about was in the final scene when they're in the bar, they're fine. They're like, oh, you're a Marine now, you can drink beer, that's all good. But he's like 17. They're just all there. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's got that consent.
Yep. Yeah. I'm an emancipated youth in the Marine Corps. I'll just get drunk with my buddies, which is what, going off that documentary as well, Justin, like I watched it as well, and a lot of them are they're 18-year-old kids. Yep. And these like training sergeants are like, we're molding kids into killers. Yep. And it just makes you question so much, like we did in the first episode on this series where we talked about the mental toughness and that you go through as a young person to do that. I'm just like, what? They're literally like kids. But as soon as they graduate, they're like, okay, now you're just a separate being because you're a kid.
Yeah, it's the best, easiest people to recruit is that young age. You know, they don't have a career path yet. They're not in post-secondary. You know, they're not married with kids. Like it's kind of easier to get those people to join. Like mentally, like I'd be interested to know actually. And if any of you listening serve, I wonder if they like. I know they have like the chaplain. They say they offered like. Oh, actually, that's one thing I wanted to ask you guys about. So let's not forget about. Oh, what's his name? Shall you said, or the guy who died? Um,
Ochoa.
about that. Yeah, Ochoa. But like, okay, so they train you to kill, and they try and desensitize you to it. Like you yell kill, you know, like I've watched a ton of war documentaries and same ones multiple times on a, like and a lot on Vietnam War, and like one of the like hearing the people talk is they one of the things they do right away is they will use and refer to the enemy in derogatory terms to make them seem like so they don't feel like they're human. So it's not like you're killing another human, another father, another mother, another son, daughter. You're killing a monster. You're killing a gook. You're killing, you know what I mean? Like, so, like that desensitization to killing, right, is one thing. But how do you ever fucking prepare somebody to go in to a town after it's just been napalmed and bombed, and you're just seeing the horrors of uh, body burnt and dismembered and children, and you know what I mean? Like, do they have? Are there people there? Like, or do you just go back to camp after that? And like, I mean, I'm sure now, like other like first responders, for example, like they have those resources, right? But like, I wonder what the army, um, wonder what kind of resources they provide nowadays for people who are seeing that type of stuff. Because no wonder, you know, like how do you not come home with PTSD, man? Like, fuck. Like it's one thing to see like just a dead body, but it's another thing to see like the gore and graphic nature that comes with war. Like that's on another level, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I guess, and maybe maybe that's what's scary is like when it's hard at first, but then you have to separate yourself and you just completely desensitize to it because it's survival.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's just shift topics. I know there's a bit of a serious topic, but when you mentioned the scene with the moms, I couldn't help but think it was a fake accent. I don't know if any of you guys caught on or know what I'm talking about, but Cope's best friend is half sorry, I can't remember, half Asian. I was gonna say Chinese or whatever, but I can't say for sure. I don't remember. But his mom, I feel like her accent is very fake. There are certain words that I don't know. I feel like there's some words that she leans into it a little bit more than the other ones, but I should probably do a little bit of a deep dive and to see
Probably
her other credits.
American Chinese or something like that. And then
Yeah, and then
she had the look, so they're like, okay, give the accent.
yeah, do a little bit of accent. And
Just so they did for you that time, Shao. Like,
yeah,
put an accent on. What do you mean? What kind of accent? An Asian one?
Yeah, dude, kind of like, I don't know. When that happens, it's like, okay, how far? 1 to 10. I've had to do that when I've played gay characters. I'm like, how
Gasian?
I don't. Yeah, I was a Gasian man.
How flamboyant your, how high your voice
Yeah,
goes?
I mean, obviously, because I think back then it was still it was very much they were just casting in Hong Kong. It was a time when they were finally ballsy enough to have gay people on screen, and so
But not
they
real
were,
gay people, just straight people acting gay.
Acting.
or just like storylines between gay people. And there were times where I really don't think it served the script at all. I think they were just adding them in just because that was trendy, and it was just, you know what I mean? It had nothing to do with anything. So there were a couple of times where I asked, okay, so listen, how is this character like? What do you want me to go?
Can you
Very
give me your best
feminine sort of thing, or
could you do your best Gasian?
oh, I don't
Gay
know
with
how
the
to
Asian
combine.
accent. Yeah.
I don't know how
How
to
would you do
combine
that?
the accent with the
Flamboyancy.
flamboyancy, because flamboyancy to me just a little bit of a lisp sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You dial up the lisp. You can do it, add inflections.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And just go for it. Just wing it.
Okay, so
So you ran into Hayden at the bar, and he's obviously just a complete fucking stud.
okay, so can I just try to do it without, and then I'll
Yeah,
sprinkle in the
yeah,
accent. So
build to it.
I'll build it a
Yeah,
bit.
build it.
Build it.
Build it. Yeah.
Can I be a bartender? Okay, I'm gonna be a bartender. I'll
Please,
bartend.
and we'll engage with you to keep the flow going. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, sweeties, what can I get you guys?
You know, wow.
I can tell.
Drink?
I can tell. I'll
Yeah.
get you a Cosmo, and
Oh,
you, sir, you.
Sex on the
bam.
beach.
Long Island iced tea. Come on.
I'll get you a couple of two extra slippery nipples on the side on the house. Do you know what I mean? Okay, and then. Okay, okay, and then sprinkle in a little.
Oh, I can't
Here's
wait
the
for
tough direction. This is going to
is
make
tough.
it its way into a film.
This is tough.
Here, here, here your drinks. Here your drink. And as promised, slippery nipple for you too. Okay, big boy. Okay, you enjoy your drink on me. Okay.
Wow.
You know what I mean? That's like a little bit
Flashbacks to
that
Thailand.
didn't,
right
that
there.
didn't feel good. That didn't feel good.
That's really hard to do because I'm like, I don't know how I would do that because
it's tough. It's tough.
because putting on that's like putting on two accents. You know what I mean? Or two, or I don't know. I guess like flamboyancy isn't an accent.
Yeah,
it's more
right.
of is it a dialect? Is it like what would you call that? It's a way people speak.
Yeah, it's two types of characters at the same time.
Yeah, like
right.
That's tough.
Yeah, and so I think it's especially with certain words and letters, obviously with the
What if we
Asian
try
accent.
Guess Australian?
Australian.
Yeah, let's hear
Australian?
that.
G'day,
Yeah.
mate.
Oh yeah,
G'day, mate.
just
G'day,
sounds like every
mate.
Australian.
Just sounds like
Yeah,
an Aussie.
draw it out a
Draws
little
out,
bit.
goes up.
That's just-
G'day, mate.
I mean, that's just how I mean, everyone says, obviously that's a stereotype when you do the, oh my God, you know, like it's so hot, that kind of like drawn out
Yeah.
thing. But
Valley
you do
girl
hear,
esque.
yeah,
I was
it
gonna
is
say the
very
Valley girl.
Valley girl. And it is something you do hear. I have some gay friends who do talk like that. But then obviously that doesn't represent all gay people.
no.
And I
But they call
had a
them stereotypes, and there's like obviously this is just conversation. None of this is meant to offend anybody, but it's stereotypes are usually stereotypes for a reason, and of course it's not everybody, but like most, like especially being in the film industry, right? Like
Mhm.
Shao, you can attest to this. Hayden, you too, as well, probably, but especially like in the acting community, like I went from, you know, small town farming fucking Alberta to acting school in Vancouver. So it was like I went from knowing no gay person to knowing a whole bunch and being friends with a whole bunch.
Matt Raffi.
Matt Raffi, Jean Rene,
He's gay.
Bill, Matt, other Matt.
Right.
You know, the list goes on and on. But I would say there's probably only like Andrew, but there's probably only like everybody I knew within like 5 seconds of speaking with them because of how they, I don't know, move through life and speak and all that. Like, so there are like cues, but there are some that aren't. Like Bill, I didn't know.
Yep.
I think it was Bill and even Matt Fentiman, because they don't have those sort of stereotypes, if you'd call it. But
Yeah, sure.
so I don't know if it's just a way of, I wonder if it's a way of expressing like outwardly, maybe like it's not intentional. Like it is a curious thing though, because not even like necessarily all feminine women speak like that. It is very sort of I can't think of the word I'm looking for gay men.
I had this conversation the other day with a really close friend of mine about how, like I said, I don't know if you call it a dialect or an accent or whatever, but the Valley Girl accent that, from what I can remember, I've always heard it, but I think it was maybe 20 years ago or whatever it was when Paris Hilton had that show.
Oh yeah,
Simple Life.
The Simple Life,
Yeah.
The reality show, and that was when Paris Hilton was a major pop culture icon, and she represented so many things in terms of, you know, glam, rich life, you know, hotness and beauty and all that stuff. She represented so many of these things, and the way she talked was very Valley Girl. Yeah. Right, just kind of a little bit ditzy and like kind of like lazy and like, oh my, like whatever, that's hot, like that's, you know what I mean, like very specific. I'm sure she didn't invent it, but I feel like she kind of made it into a thing that people had started maybe even mimicking her or talking like her. And I was wondering if that was a thing for gay men, that they like, yeah, we connect with this person and we love it, and so they maybe start talking like her during that time. I'm not sure if it's the correlation or the timing of it was right, but for me, that's kind of when I noticed it was really, it kind of took off more, was during that time when she became massive. Yes. For not just for Simple Life. There are some other videos out there that made her really famous. But anyways,
which ones?
I don't remember what they're called.
One in Paris.
Nicole Richie do that 2 girls 1 what's that video?
2 girls 1 cup.
Yeah.
I'm sure Lionel loved that she took part in that.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
man.
Yeah. Boots did a good job, I think, of throwing the audience with that very thing, in terms of the way that characters spoke, and I for the longest time thought the character of Ochoa was definitely putting on a front, that he wasn't actually married, that he was maybe a gay man as well. It turns out he was just much more soft-spoken and effeminate, with his delivery of stuff. So, and even Cope, for the most part, was right on the edge of having what you were saying, Shao, of having that specific dialect, I guess, or inflection on his words that would, quote unquote, give him away, because of the way he spoke. I mean, soft-spoken. Yeah, it didn't stop them from all, derogatory comments, calling him faggy and stuff.
Whoa. Ooh, that was a hard Y on that too. My gosh, man.
Why? I can't talk with you guys about anything serious. You're just too soft. Harden up. Have a spoonful of concrete, motherfuckers.
Whoa.
Okay.
Hayden's finally growing a set of balls.
I went through boot camp with these boys together.
That's right. He's a Marine now. Hoorah!
Hoorah!
Right. Oh, what did you guys think of? Oh, sorry. Wrap up your.
No. I was just going to finish on that.
You just wanted a reason to drop the F word, eh?
No. I was going to say the sergeant was one of the main perpetrators of that. He called Cope that a couple of times to his face. And obviously we saw why, because he had his romance with his contemporary in Guam, but then he called him the F word before he left him as well, because he was kind of like shutting himself outside of the closet, inside of the closet. I don't know what you would call that.
Shutting himself in the closet, back in.
I
picked up on him being gay pretty quick, the drill instructor. But what did you guys think of Ochoa? His death, because Spoiler alert, people. Because I was wondering if they were going to do something like that, because that's obviously a tragic incident when you're going through something with somebody, and then somebody passes away, and it kind of can bring you together, right? But like they did it in Full Metal Jacket, but the guy went like different. It was a little bit different than the Full Metal Jacket's version. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think it was, because I liked Ochoa, and I just thought, man, like what a Greek tragic ending, like he earns the phone call. Turns out he's a wicked shot. He's found his place. He gets the call home to the girl, his wife. The guy that she's cheating on him with answers it. So he finds that out while he's there. He goes, and then he works himself to the point where he dies, ultimately kills himself. And yeah, I don't know. I didn't know how I felt about it. I didn't want to see him die. I thought there might be a chance that something like that would happen at some point. I don't know. What do you guys feel about it? Do you feel like it was necessary? Did you? Yeah.
I as we've seen through the whole show, that we're really good at doing the setup and the payoffs.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole thing. So we did get the scene with him, with Ochoa and Cope in the bathroom in the early hours of the morning, where he was there in a lot of pain, but we didn't know exactly what sort of pain he was in. But they did set it up, so we knew that something was going on. And then we find out the episode after that he had a pre-existing heart condition that he didn't disclose.
Yeah, sorry. You want to say
No.
hi?
Yep.
Jocelyn just came back from gymnastics and she brought me a Slurpee. You want to say hi?
Oh,
Future
Come make your first
Olympian.
appearance on the
Joss.
show. Start on speaking to the microphone, girl.
Hi.
Jocelyn had her
Hi, Joss.
her judge's cup yesterday. Oh, she's running away embarrassed. She absolutely crushed it.
Crushed it.
Congratulations.
She's gone.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't care about us. That's so sweet of her. Got a giant Slurpee now. Sorry, Hayden.
No. So, when that happened, I was like, what a bitch. He hasn't even been gone. Like, the boot camp is only 3 months.
Yeah,
And
I know.
at that point, I think we were maybe halfway when they started doing the rifle training. Maybe at the halfway
probably.
point.
Yeah.
So he's not even
closing
gone.
2 months. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks he's away. He gets the phone call of his wife, who he's missed for the entire time. And yeah, like you said, Justin, he found his purpose, why he was there, what he was good at, what he absolutely dominated at. And even the other drill sergeant was like, "Oh yeah, we've got ourselves a." He was like,
Yeah.
and you can
Love
tell
how he took him on too, like he was his protege. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is my guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he had a really good turn after that. Like, he was obviously distraught when he died in front of him, but then afterwards he was a lot softer behind the scenes, not in front of the recruit. You could tell that it had affected him.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
But I was like, what a dog move. Like, he's only been gone for 2 months of a 3-month thing, and you're messing around with someone else. Like, I was like, what a bitch. What an absolute bitch. So it was a tragic ending for him, because he had finally found his spot within the platoon, and then he's like, his world came crumbling. And obviously he was like, what have I got left to live for? As poetic justice as it is.
This is a very, very, very small note, but I think, Hayden, do we have a minor chat about this, about how I remember thinking, why would this is so stupid, because I shouldn't, as an audience, this doesn't even really matter, but I was just thinking, why would he pick up the phone? So
Yeah, I've always wondered that in movies when they do that too.
I thought that
I
there
don't
would
touch
have
my
been
phone.
I would have thought that might have been a bit of a more easy fix in a way, where if she answered the phone and heard him in the background instead, you know what I mean? It would have had the same outcome.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, who's that in the background? Instead of who just answered the phone. Because it didn't seem realistic to me if especially what Hayden said, it was only 6 weeks or whatever. Is it publicly known that she just left him? You know what I mean? What if it
Well,
was
yeah,
someone
because
else calling and then
exactly. That's
yeah,
the thing. It's like, oh, you know, she's expecting not to hear from him for 3 months because they don't get phone calls. But yeah, what if her mom calls? What if her sister calls? What if her cousin? You know, yeah, like you say,
for what?
like anybody in her, like
Cousin, I
sorry.
think he says, but he cut it off.
Oh, cousin. Oh, did it sound like what?
Anyways, but yeah, I just thought as a
Cut love.
writer point of view, why not just make it so she answers and he was like, "Hey babe, get back to bed." In the background, he's like, "What? Who said that?" And then, you know, it would have been the same kind of thing, but a little bit more believable in that sense. But that's just that, like I said, it's a really, really small thing. I just didn't understand.
No, it is, and that's one thing that bothers me in any movie when they do that.
Right.
It's like,
What are you gonna do?
it's just
But
so
overall,
dumb.
yeah, but
Yeah.
overall, I think that this show, I was pleasantly surprised. I not that I don't usually like, you know, war stuff movies. I just don't gravitate towards them as much as other genres. I loved the one we watched before, Dark Wolf.
To the list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that one. This one was great. So yeah, we've had a couple bangers of military / war related shows out this year, I feel.
Absolutely. And go ahead, Hayden.
I was just going to pose a question to you guys very quickly while we wrap up. If there is a season 2, where would you like to see it kick off from?
I would like to see it kicked off. I think right before, like, not in Desert Storm yet, like Kuwait, but maybe an episode or two of like the build up and like realization of holy shit, like this is our deployment date. So you get a little bit of that sense of like you want to see the whole arc, right? We saw the
For
arc
sure,
of
I agree.
before boot camp, and then the finale. So I'd like to see a little bit before of like how are you dealing with those stressors before you go, and then dealing with the okay, I'm here. What happens when you're there, and then however they wrap it up. Somebody will die. Somebody's got to die.
Yeah. I feel like it would be like a sacrifice sort of death. Though. I don't know. That's just in my head. You know, I mean, meaning someone went to go save someone else and gets shot or whatever, and then you can explore that way. You can explore how the survivor gets affected by it and
Survivor's guilt. Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. So that would be something interesting to explore, in, you know, in a young person's mindset. You know what I mean? Because there's late teens, early. You know, I don't know all of them how old the oldest person is, but yeah, dealing with that kind of stuff is would be interesting. So I agree with Justin. I would like to have an episode or something like that where it's like maybe like a week or a few days before they have to deploy, and just see how they deal with the realism of what's going on in the world.
Yeah, because your families, that relationship, that stress. You have the brotherhood, you have the support. You know, are your family's going to give you support? Like, you're going to say goodbye. Is this like goodbye, I'll see you later? Is this like goodbye, because you don't know if you're coming back? You know. Yeah, great question, Hayden. Where would you like to see it?
Did you have any?
I would, yeah. Like, if they were going to do it as an 8-parter again, I feel like almost you'd have to do a 3rd season of them boots on the ground. It could go one of 2 ways. Either have it continue exactly where it left off and do it, a lead up to the moment that they leave. But it would also be a great dynamic. It would be a very different show, I feel, if it was their platoon on the ground in a military base in wherever they would be stationed. Because I don't know how many people are in the platoon, but it's obviously not just the 10 or so that we got well acquainted with. There's like 40 of them. So then I'm like, well, how do they all stay together? Do they split up? Are they going to be separated? Are they going to assign them to different roles? You know, it would be a very interesting dynamic. Or do we just follow that same core group of guys that we got to know, and they become one unit, and then you've got a sniper or whatever, you've got a machine gunner, you've got all these other things. I think it would be very tough, but I have faith in writers that to have the same balance of seriousness with touches of lightness in there if you're on the ground in a conflict.
Sure.
It would be a tough rope to... You're either going to go full on like Terminal List was, like that first couple of episodes of that where they were in wherever they were, Iran, and that was very full on. But you can't really have humor in that situation. I don't know, it's tough. So yeah, I would agree with you. I'd like to see the lead up, because that's going to be a mental thing for all of them, especially at that age, and even for some of them that, you know, like the twin brother that got through when the more, you know, suitable brother had a breakdown because his dad figure was, you know, gone.
Right. Yeah.
How does he deal with it?
That was another, that's a relationship that we didn't really touch on this one too, is that brother one. And I don't think we got time to get into it, but I did like that one line where he says, you know, I realize that I'm not the one who needs a brother. I thought, wow, that was a very powerful one comment to make, but also a realization to come to. Yeah. Because so desperately he felt like he was the one who needed his brother.
The three Chinook men.
Yeah.
What I don't want to see actually, or I don't prefer, is I think a lot of shows do this now where if it's season 2, they start off already in war and then they have flashbacks of what led them to that spot. It works. It can work, but I'm kind of sick of that formula, I guess. Yeah. I'd rather just do it, you know,
as they go through
A to Z. Yeah. A, B, C, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's what I hope.
Yeah, because this first season sort of did that where it got, and Kate even said at one point, because I was like, because I fell asleep during one episode. I was like, where did we leave off? She's like, we were in the flashback stuff. It's kind of getting annoying. No, sorry. I don't think that was Boots actually. I think that was the Beast to Me. The Beast to Me. We watched the Beast to Me after. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Boots has
really good
had
show,
a little
people.
Bit of that, though.
You should watch it. Yeah, Boots did have a little bit, but the Beast to Me had like, watch it. It's so good, guys. It's really good. And you people listening at home, you should check out the Beast to Me. We're gonna wrap things up here. So I do want to say though, we're not entirely sure what we're gonna do next, but what we do know is that I believe it's December 17th. Fallout Season 2 is coming out, and I'm jacked. I loved the first season. Shao, I think, was working his way through it. Hayden will get to it. So if you can, watch Fallout Season 1 between now and December 17th, because come the 17th, we're going to be talking about that. And it's going to be good. But as far as Boots, solid choice, Shao. I know when you threw it out in the group.
Yeah.
Hayden, I mean.
Yeah, because I just thought that it was about time to. I saw it in my Netflix and it was like top 10 for a while. I'm like, let's do Boots.
Beautiful, Shao. Really appreciate that, because that was one I'd been looked at multiple times, and you know when you look at one multiple times, but you just don't land on it for some reason. So it was really nice, Hayden, for you to go along with Shao's idea. Yeah. And to do this one, because we really did enjoy it. I say we because us, but also it was a great one to watch with Kate.
Yeah.
How many chummy thumbs up?
2 chummy thumbs up for me.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
I only have 2.
I only have 2.
But if you guys each put up 2, that's 6 chummy thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Scott.
So, Fallout Season 2, watch it. Don't forget to email us the code word Duster to get 5 entries into the competition to win the spatial audio Bluetooth Sandwear headphones. They are fucking dope. So you definitely want to do that. And like always, like and subscribe wherever you listen. Keep coming back. And until next week, keep on.